Mike Ewing of MTE Commodities. Mike, how are you? I stand in awe of your monster brain.
I think you need to go see a therapist.
That's the second time today someone has told me that.
Yeah. Well, can you blame us?
No, I don't.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm not into therapists. They want to, they stroke their chin and look at you so seriously. You've been there, Mike.
No, not really. No.
Yeah. You've never seen a therapist.
All I took was counseling.
And how'd that work out?
Well, I got counseled.
Yeah, I had marriage counseling once. That didn't work out either. Well, what do you do, Mike? Light up and leave it alone. All right, how should I'm trying to think of a way to describe Mike so I can introduce him properly. Like the Pharaoh of Farnhamville doesn't sound very good.
No, remember when I was on with Lindy Kay and Jenny Morgan, I was called the Pooh Bah.
The Pooh Bah.
Markets.
All right. Well,
that's Pooh Bah the markets.
That's some kind of girly thing to say, though. Really, Janie would say something like that for sure. Jane's a girl. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty cool. I've known her a long time.
Yeah.
In fact, I knew Jane in her first year at Iowa Central. She's not at Iowa Central anymore.
No.
Of course, I don't have brown hair anymore either. Anyway, tell us a little bit more about MTE Commodities, and then we're going to dive into the commodities markets.
Well, it's located in Farnhamville, Iowa, and I'm a commodity broker. MTE Commodities is the firm name, and I'm here most every day when the markets are going.
Okay. Are they going today?
Well, they're closed now.
Okay. What time do they open?
Well, okay. They'll reopen at 7 p.m. on Sunday night.
Right.
Then they close at 7:45 a.m. on Monday.
They're real tricky, aren't they?
And they'll reopen at 8:30 a.m. Monday. And then trade to 1:15.
So they're really only open overnight.
No, they're open also during the day.
I thought we were going
8:30 to 1:15, and then they're closed from 1:15 until 7 p.m. that night.
I thought I smelled a conspiracy involving Hillary Clinton.
Well, in my case, you don't need to smell one.
All right. Michael Ewing is our guest, ladies and gentlemen, and when it comes to corn and beans and a few other things, hogs, pigs, sheep. You got Mike Sexton over there. Mike's mad at me. Did you know that?
What happened now?
I have no idea. Mike just, he gets irritated every now and then and won't talk to me.
Well,
of course, he's not the only one. There's a lot of people who won't talk to me anymore, at least on the air.
It's tough when you insult a politician. It's kind of hard for them to talk to you.
I didn't insult Mike personally.
Oh,
I have
not personally.
No, but I said something un-Republican, I believe, that wasn't in support of the Republican Party.
Oh,
and Mike's a pretty big deal in the Republican Party in Iowa. Did you know that?
I'd probably have the same attitude.
Well, yeah, but yours, I don't know. I mean, if I said something negative about the Republican Party, would you not talk to me as a result?
Depends on what the negativity is.
All right.
If it's not doing their job like I think they should, yeah, I think there's some problems there they need to work on.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Or I could say, let me try this out on you. Maybe I could just make a general statement like, the Republicans suck. Would you, in response to that very reasonable statement...
Well, good talking to you today, Mike. I'll maybe talk to you sometime down the road, maybe 2 or 3 years.
That bad, huh? Wow. You guys have got it. I thought the Democrats were bad. I was in a guy's office the other day, and he wondered if I had enough time to talk with him. And I said, don't worry, I don't need to prepare much for the next segment. I can always say the Democrats suck for 20 minutes. I can always cuss out the Democrats for at least 20 minutes. So I'm okay. I could probably do the same with Republicans. That's the thing. It's easy to cuss somebody out. but it's not so easy to find reasons to lift them up. At least in my case, and I think if I if I get on social media again, either Twitter or Facebook, it seems to be the case there.
Well, you're going to have to be even more careful because, according to the news, the government's going to get involved.
Oh, that doesn't.
What's on social media now?
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all. I mean,
oh, well,
Joe Biden's a puppet. I mean, he's got something stuck up somewhere, and somebody else is running his mouth. And see, I can do both sides of the aisle real fast. It's a talent that I have.
You're doing good now.
I'm doing better now.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't know what extent the government's going to be involved, but I bet it's not going to come down on the side of more speech, crazy as it might be. They're still mad at Donald Trump and afraid of Donald Trump because Donald Trump went around them entirely, went around the media. And the media, you have to remember, are some of the biggest blowhards in the entire world. All the online cable news shows, wow. They make big money for sitting there pontificating, and they have a staff to do it. I am my staff and my producer here. But the point is that it scared the media and the political figures that this character named Donald Trump, and he is a character at the very least, could go around them on a social media site and become president of the United States. It has scared them, and it still scared them. So if they want to encourage more speech, even from the Donald Trumps of the world, and you can put a little disclaimer on it that says maybe you should research this claim, that's fine. But you shouldn't ever bar somebody from a social media site and then say, hey, we're a private company, because you're more like a public utility.
Well, that's exactly right, yeah. And, to me, there's never anything wrong with somebody expressing their opinion.
Never. Absolutely. Free speech must be absolute or it's worth nothing.
Correct.
And the Democrats want it to be worth nothing.
But I have friends that I know have been on Facebook and expressed their opinions, and Facebook had denied their Facebook post and put them on a temporary slap your hand thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's happened to me.
Yeah.
I've issued an opinion, and I admit it was snarky and unpleasant, but it wasn't false. But some Facebook nerd, looked like he used Clearasil regularly, came on to tell me that my post was encouraging violence or sexism or racism or anti-God stuff would be all right with them. But the rest of it, oh no, we can't have that. So anyway,
also according to my friends, it used to be after they did that, you could reply to them, but now they can't do that, I guess.
Yeah, because we might say they suck, and they do,
Yeah, or say, well, check your facts, buddy.
Check your facts, buddy. Yeah, there's no such thing. Have you noticed there's no such thing as left-wing extremism, and that all conservative and traditionalist thought is right-wing extremism? All of it, every single bit of it. If a conservative speaks about a conservative principle, it's from the right wing, and he's a member of QAnon and the Klan and some sort of wild stuff. Those people are crazy. We live in a very strange time. I hope our country's strong enough to push back on the Red Skull. Also,
I hope so too. Yeah.
Also, the Red Skull is my new name for Joe Biden, because he looks like I don't know if you remember the old Captain America comic books, but they had a character called the Red Skull who was the bad guy. And it was truly a guy with a head that was a skull, and it was red. And that's kind of what Joe Biden is starting to look like. I love it. I love it when he starts looking real tough like Clint Eastwood and talks about systematic racism, like he's going to come from behind the podium and beat the living hell out of systematic racism.
You mean when he whispers angrily?
Oh, that's a stage. Oh, I love that. I love the stage whisper. The guy, the guy ran for president for one reason, because he just couldn't give up the camera. I've seen people get addicted to the microphone and the camera. And Joe Biden's one of those guys. He's loving it, man. Anyway, we're running out of time. Maybe we should talk commodity prices. What are we looking at here?
Well, we closed lower on corn today for some reason. I don't know why. Up on beans. Of course,
that's a penetrating analysis. Corn fall. I have no idea why.
Okay, you want the the figures. September closed down 8.25, and December corn closed down 4.25, and then November beans closed up 11.75.
And we don't know why.
Well, I don't know why the corn was down, because wheat and beans were up, and of course this situation in Canada with them losing a lot of their canola crop has been supportive to ours here. But again, there's something was in the wind today on the corn. Apparently, I didn't hear about. It wasn't on the newswire, so it's one of those days. It's a Friday.
Okay, all right.
And they, sometimes do some weird things on Fridays.
Is that just what they do, or?
Well, it's the weekend coming up, so maybe some were just taking profits on the corn for the weekend. That's happened before.
I mean, some companies have casual Fridays, and the commodities markets do weird stuff Fridays.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
every Friday's casual for me.
Man, you got to get out of the house. Come on over here. We'll do something. I don't know what it was.
I'm going for a motorcycle ride later on.
I don't do that. I lost my sense of balance a number of years ago. I'm surprised that you still have yours, but I rejoice. I rejoice that you still have enough balance in your body to ride a motorcycle down the highway, right?
Correct.
All right. Where are you going to go? Just for a ride or around farm?
Well, I know there's some events going on up in Rock City tonight. I'm going to go up and check out. It's something on the square. They're going to have entertainment, food, and stuff. So
this is in Rockwell City?
Yes.
Rockwell City?
Live on the square is what they call it.
Well, Rockwell City's been partying down here this summer, I tell you. Didn't they just have something last weekend, the Calhoun County Expo or something?
Yep, we rode in that parade. Beeson Riders group rode in that parade, yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. Well, that's good for Calhoun County. We got the Webster County Fair going on. Some guy, Robbie V, I think, is performing, and I've heard him before. He's pretty good. But summer, it's great to go to these. I'm sorry I missed fireworks at Gowrie on 4th of July. It's always a great day in Gowrie, the 4th of July. But I think I got too lazy, yeah.
Oh, gee, that never happens to me.
So how's the price of hogs? So I know if I should go buy bacon this week.
Well, hogs were up.
They're up.
Because they found they had African swine fever now in Germany and Poland.
All right.
Sometimes China imports pork from both countries, so they may not do that now, which may get them back in the U.S. pork market. Because that's been the worry, is that China's been building up their hog herd. They're up about 56%, almost back to near normal for their hog herd. And here, they've been worried about them slowing down buying U.S. pork.
Well, that's good news for us.
Well, yeah, if they decide to come back in to buy U.S. pork, yes, that'd be real good for us, yes.
Yeah, I mean, like it or not, when there's hurricanes in Florida, we get rain up here right on time, you know. I wish that weren't the case, but that's the case.
So what's hurricanes in Florida got to do with pork?
Well, nothing, but I'm just making a comparison between the problems in China and Poland and how it can, even though there's problems in other countries, they can benefit us and vice versa, of course.
Oh, okay.
All right. So
I'm glad you explained that, because I completely missed it when you first said it.
Well, I can speak slowly. So there we go. Is there anything else going on there, Michael?
Here, right now?
Not in your house, for God's sake. I know there's nothing going on there.
Well, I think tomorrow I might ride over to Lake City, or not Lake City, in Laurelville. We're having a tractor pull car show and stuff like that tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
In Laurelville?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever come to Fort Dodge, or what's your story?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm there every Sunday when I play in the worship team at the church.
You play?
Come to see me sometime.
What church do you go to?
The Point.
Oh, the point in Fort. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't. Who's the minister out there?
Al Wright.
Al Wright. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Al's
So whenever he gives a sermon, he's always right.
knock. Yeah, you and Mike Libby. Anybody remember Mike Libby? Ran for
Sure
mayor?
do. Yeah.
Yeah, you do, of course. But yeah, you guys were into the Three Stooges there for a while, so that's the knock.
I still am. I still like Three Stooges.
You still? I don't see him anymore.
I got DVDs.
That's perfect. All right, our guest has been Mike Ewing of MTE Commodities, and you'll be able to hear Mike Ewing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here on the big 1400, all 1,000 watts of it.
Okay.
Dwayne always wants to tell, Dwayne Murley over at KWMT. He always wants to tell me his is bigger than mine, which I kind of He's got 5,000 watts and I only have 1,000. I think that's some kind of, discrimination. You know what I'm talking about, Mike?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, man. Thanks a lot for being on.
Have a good weekend.
You too. This is AM 1400 KVFT, the voice of Fort Dodge.
Michael Devine, the Doctor of Truth.
Does anyone have anything they'd like to confess?